Hello, everybody. How are you guys? I still hope you're doing good. I'm sure some of you are nervous about what's going on, but don't worry, everything's going to be okay in the end. So I thought I would just talk to you guys from church here and show you a few things that are going on because now it's Advent, which you guys probably know. And I just thought I'd show you a few things around the church since we're not able to come here very often. Okay, so here we go. So first I wanted to show you this Advent wreath. And you might have Advent wreaths at school or even at home. But this one here is like very, very large. It is beautiful, and it's over top of the water font where we normally have water. And there's no water there now because of COVID, everything is taken out. But we still have the candles, and every Sunday of Advent, which we just had one so far, Father will light the candle and say a prayer. So as you can see, there are 4 candles, 3 purple ones and 1 pink one. And we have the Advent wreath because it reminds us that it's the beginning of the church year. And it's in a circle. And there's a white candle. I'm not sure if it's in here right now. No, but usually there's a white candle that they light on Christmas. So the circle reminds us of God because God has no beginning and no end. The green part of the wreath, it sort of helps us have hope because we have hope in God. And so that's what it reminds us of. And the candles are symbolizing the light of God coming into the world and how we should be the light for other people too. And so there are 4 different colors. The first candle that we light in the first Sunday of Advent is the hope candle. The second candle is the peace candle. The third candle, which is the pink candle, is the candle of joy. And the fourth candle is the candle of love. When we light the center candle, it's white and it's called the Christ candle. And usually we light it on Christmas Day. So just an idea about what is going on here right now. So I'll also show you some other stuff. So you can see people have decorated the church very nicely. And here's some more decorations. And over there you can see a mini Christmas tree, just to remind people to help the poor. Over here we have our children's corner. It reminds us what's going on in St. Anne's, because there's usually stuff going on, although not as much right now because of COVID. So here's the church, and you might remember all those white etchings on the glass. And there's Jesus on there, there's angels on there. Right here in front, you can see there's little dishes, and they have little slips of paper in them. And each slip of paper has a word on it. So this one says peanut butter. This one says rice. This one says black tea. And so there's all different kinds of them, and it's so that people can bring donations for the poor. And then we're going to make a basket, and they'll get to get it at Christmas time. And here you can see people are bringing some of the things that are on those slips of paper so that people can make up the baskets, like I said, and then people who are poor, who can't afford stuff at Christmas, will be able to have a Christmas. So here's St. Anne's. And as you can see, it's pretty dark because the lights are all off. We do have something going on tonight, and so I'm going to be turning the lights on, but I'll turn them on right now a little bit so that we can walk around. So here it is, St. Anne's. We missed you guys and wish you could be here to celebrate with us here. So over here we have the statue of St. Anne and holding Mary, because Mary was her daughter. So St. Anne is Mary's daughter. And over here on all the little parts you can see statues, and it's all about the Stations of the Cross, which is what we do at Easter. So here's all the pews, and you can see we have some of them you can't go in. You can only go in every second one because that's how we're keeping people from getting too close to each other. And you can't sit in the front row, that's why there's a big X. So here is the crucifix of Jesus up on the cross. And there's actually a light that we can turn on behind there, but I haven't switched it on right now. But it's okay. And there's some more decorations. Here's where Father will read from. He sits right there, and then he reads from the podium. Here's the altar, and we usually bow or kneel when we come to the altar. And over here is the place where people do their readings, and you can see more decorations. And everything is purple decorations because we're waiting for Jesus to be born. And here's the church from the front. Lots of empty seats because we'd like you guys to be in them, hey? Over here is the choir, the piano, and the organ. And here's another statue of Mary. And over here is the chapel. And the chapel, there's some more white etchings on the glass, which is beautiful. So there's this red light right here. It's a candle. And it's always lit because it's to remind us that right behind this glass in here, and I'll go in and show you, right there, and I'm going to do a little quick kneel. This is the place where Jesus is. So when Father consecrates at Mass and he turns the bread into Jesus' body, at the end of Mass, if there's any left over with not enough people, then he puts it in here. And it's to save just in case you need it. Somebody's sick and you can bring some to them. It'll make them feel better, and it'll give some really great prayers. So when they have Mass in here, they're not having Mass in here right now because it's too small. People will be too close together. So you can see that would be Father's chair. And here's Mary, where you can light some candles to say some prayers for people. And there's Joachim and Anne, and that's the mom and dad of Mary. It's a beautiful picture. And it's kind of dark in here right now, but it's okay. And there is the confessional, and that's where people go in to talk to Father and tell them what they've been doing that they're not proud of, and they're asking for forgiveness. So that's the chapel. And here we have another piano, so people play the piano when they come. Okay, let's see, what else didn't I show you? We have a big welcome for people when they come in, so they know they're welcome. And here's that mini tree. And here it shows all the different things that you can buy and drop off at church for the people who need it. Gives you a good idea. And there's like a mini wreath. You can see it has 3 purple and 1 pink candle, just like I said. And I think that's about it in the church. I'm sure you might be seeing things that you'd like to know what they are. And if you are, you can send me a message. We have this thing going on here now where when kids come to church, they can take a bag like this bag like this, and they can take it in the pew with them, and then while they're at church, and it's for kids who are 3 to 7, while they're at church, there's some stuff in there like matching cards and a weaving thing and all kinds of fun stuff to do just to keep them busy so they're not so distracted. Oh, here's one thing I didn't show you. It's the Easter candle. And so this was for the year 2020. And it was blessed at Easter. And anytime anybody gets baptized or gets married or anything special, we light the candle. And so it's beautiful. And we usually get a new one every year. And the very last thing I'm going to show you is, second last thing, is this cabinet that has the 3 different oils in it. And one of them is the one that you get when you're baptized. One of them you get when you get confirmed. And one of them you get when you're sick. They'll give you a special oil. So there's the 3 oils. And the very last thing is this beautiful book of the Gospels. And that's what Father uses when he does the Mass. He uses this book to say the prayers. Okay, so I hope you liked the tour. If you have any questions, just send them to me. And I do have a few questions I didn't answer from Sister O'Brien, I think. And sorry, I didn't get around to them this time, but I will. I still have them, and I'll get around to them the next time. Okay, so I'm going to say a prayer.